but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. And the Commodores brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Handoff to the fullback. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to him on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
The 11th play of this opening drive, they face a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He leaves it with his back. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
It's a draw. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right?
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole...
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
And the Vols decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it, and you didn't pick it up." Going downfield for the big play. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. A 1st down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And a great job seeing the motion coming across the formation, understanding the jet sweep's a possibility, pulling the trigger, going and getting the guy on the ground.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Volunteers pick up the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Oh, they blocked the kick. He's going to scoop it up. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Oh, ball's out! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And talk about getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You got enough yards, but what do you have to do? You got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense forces the fumble, recovers it, takes all the wind and all the momentum back to their side.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
Sent it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
8th play of the drive coming up. On second down, wants to throw it. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. It's complete on the right side. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. He's looking to throw it. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
It leads to second down.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. The aerial assault continues. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He's going to pass. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Commodores want to move quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got a man, it's Adderley. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Commodores are threatening in the red zone.
Second down coming up.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They're trying to get to it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Doors! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick pass on the fly motion. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes. with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Set to kick this low.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Now the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They are out to send a message in this rivalry game, Jesse, and the quarterback has to keep his composure after taking a shot like that.
Man, and I've been on the receiving end of some of those hits in rivalry games. It is not fun. They hurt a whole lot more, David. It just feels different in games like this.
It just means more because these guys don't like each other, and you love making those big hits in big moments that they replay throughout the whole next year.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the ball squirted out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it to the right. Discards a man. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to pass on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He caught it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And the Vols trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tennessee! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Firing to the right, complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They feed him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fires to the right. And that ball is picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Commodores.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finally running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Motion from the offense. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Great job by the defense there slowing down that jet sweep, and a big key was the defensive end containing the play, forcing the receiver to cut back inside to where all the traffic was.
The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Graves. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter.
13. First down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. First down to start the drive after the break. On the run, it's Hawkins. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Second down coming up.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He makes the connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wants to go up top. Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back.
Oh, and he got a hand on it. It's blocked. And they got it. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Vandy. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So seeing quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out through the 25.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Graves. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry up.
And 1st down for the offense.
They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Volunteers have their offense in high gear. They move the tight end all over. Looking for room, it's Hawkins. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Trying play action. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
He wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
The give to the tailback. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within one possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the ground with the back. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch. And I'll tell you, sometimes when you're throwing the go route, you can overanalyze things and think, what coverage do we want it against? What matchup are we looking for? But if I've got a guy outside that I know can go make a play, I don't care. I'm throwing it up, and I'm letting him go make a play.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They want to just keep throwing it. He makes a grab. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Vols. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
Number 94.
What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all, but the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's coming. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. The Commodores are in the hurry-up. On second down, he's looking downfield. Caught close to the marker. It's Cummings. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And that is a play the quarterback would love to have back. You cannot take a sack in that situation because the clock's still running right now, and that's a situation that they practice all week long in these 2-minute type drills.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And this is easily the most important play call of the game now. Fourth down, you're out of field goal range. You have to come up with a completion here to give yourself an opportunity to win this game.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. Stop short of the marker, and they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give out of the gun. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Complete to the right. Afterburner's coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
First down, Commodores.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Oh, he makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
At the 8-yard line. First and goal, Vanderbilt.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They want to throw it. Complete. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Man, that was exhilarating, incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you've got to put possessions together. You've got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.